Welcome to the Universal Monsters Podcast, the show whose host is great in bed. I'm your host, Jake, author of The Devil's League and creator of hot quality content, and with me, as always, is the creator and host of Screenplay Archaeology, Kieran Head, aka Bruce. How you doing?
Pretty good.
And as per usual, it's weird to say as per usual, but a guest, basically third co-host of the show, Xander from Emerald Cole Studios. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. Yeah, that's right. That was my evil plan all along, to integrate myself.
Like a true Universal monster would. So honestly, hats off.
Exactly.
And you're the easiest one to do it with because you remembered to record.
That's true. Shaded every other guest. No, every month my fine co-host and I, and of course Xander, who's basically one of those two, break down a bunch of Universal monster news across movies, shows, theme parks, physical media, and anything else regarding these classic monsters. After that, we discuss the topic and the title of the episode. So, are you guys ready for some news?
Oh yeah.
Is there any?
Yeah, I got a few. Lee Winnell's Wolfman has finally hit digital this month and did not repeat the crazy box office success of Invisible Man from 2020. So I just wanted to run through a couple interesting numbers that I found. 70% drop from weekend 1 to weekend 2, which is typically catastrophic. But this movie was so cheap that it didn't matter that much. $32 million earned from a $25 million budget, but that doesn't include marketing. So did it make money? Maybe on the back end it'll break even, who knows? It wasn't a huge hit. We can all agree it was not a massive success at the box office. I think, this is just personal opinion, a massive part of this disappointment of the movie was Universal revealing the design with the laughable Halloween Horror Nights costume. I feel like that impacted word of mouth so negatively early on that they basically spent the rest of the marketing campaign backtracking from that, and they revealed the entire transformation in HD on YouTube before the movie even released. Yeah. What do you guys think about the underwhelming reception to this movie?
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact they had a release date set, they pushed it to January, and then the marketing was all trying to catch up to that, like you said. And so I think a lot of people are just like, it's January, it's cold, I'm going to stay home.
That could be it too.
And
yeah.
also, people don't generally turn out for January movies. The whole concept of the January horror movie being like a successful thing is basically kind of dead because people caught on to that.
Yeah, and the reason that they're so successful sometimes is because they're so cheap sometimes. But Invisible Man had $8 million budget. This had 25, so this one needed a bigger box office by a lot. Than
Honestly, it felt a little cheaper.
And I could be completely wrong on this, but Nosferatu is still running in January, so I feel like if you're going to look for a horror movie out of the two, you're gonna go for Nosferatu.
Well, Nosferatu got that sweet Christmas bump, so.
Yeah, that's true too. I'm just saying it's getting that extra stuff. But to add on to what you were saying about like the stats and everything, I don't really have much stats, but what I can say is that the Steelbook for Wolfman was announced and up for like pre-order and stuff. And usually with Steelbooks, if like a movie's like relatively pretty good, those Steelbooks will sell out fast. Like the Nosferatu Steelbook is already out twice. Wolfman, you could literally go here and buy it. I wager you could buy it on release and no issues at all. So I don't know if that extra tells you things.
Yeah. I agree. I think they really banked on Wolfman because the precedent was Invisible Man, right? And that did crazy money.
Yeah. And they must have banked on it because not every movie gets a Steelbook. So that Universal was really hoping. But I'm not really surprised by it. I mean, I already said all my thoughts on the movie.
Well, it's funny.
But yeah, it really wasn't surprising. Oh, what
I was just going to say, like, a quick detour. Do you have any Steelbooks? I actually don't have any.
I actually do. All on there.
Sick.
Right down there.
That's awesome.
Tons of Steelbooks. If you want to see any of them, I can pull them out right now.
I have a couple. I have a couple, but I prefer regular cases.
The other thing I'll say about the digital release is that there is a commentary inbound. We haven't been all in the same room in a couple weeks, so probably the next time we're together, me, Ian, and Mud, we're going to do the Wolfman Monsterthon commentary, and it'll be a few months after that when that finally, gets edited and beats copyright and all the fun, boring stuff. So, yeah.
Twilight-thon will finally ended.
Yeah, right. We can finally end the Monsterthon for like the 7th time in a row.
Rocky-thon will finally continue.
Yeah, we recorded a few more of those. We just got to get in the editing room. But in any case, the next piece of news is something I didn't know existed until the news dropped. The 2024 crossover game Funko Fusion has added several Universal monsters to its roster as playable characters, including Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Invisible Man, and of course, Bride, because they're leading on marketing for her all the time. Like I said, I did not know the game existed at all, but when I saw the 4 out of 10 from IGN, I knew it was a winner. So I looked up the gameplay footage, and I mean, I don't want to trash anybody who was part of this game. You know, a lot of hard work went into it, but like it looks very PS3. So I don't know how good it's gonna look. But have you guys even heard of Funko Fusion? Do you guys know anything about that?
No,
I haven't, but now that I know I can play as the Wolfman, well, now I gotta play it.
It looked like, because like you could change different Funko characters that you are. So it looked like everyone has like the special move, and they spammed all the special moves in the trailer for each guy. So Wolfman does a big jump, right?
What?
That's what I saw.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Big jump?
I mean,
That's it?
Becomes a bat a little sometimes. It's a whole thing.
I mean, Wolfman is a parkour master.
He is. All the moves,
You know
it's
what?
like
That
his
is
biggest
true. That Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. He does a whole parkour thing.
He parkoured on that thing, and then Frankenstein yoked that thing that he was on. Yeah.
No, I'm not even talking about the fight. I'm talking about like in the very beginning.
Yeah,
when he
when
he like
attacks
runs
the cop.
through.
Yes.
Yeah, and he gets on top of a crate, and then he jumps over another crate. He's like, "Yo, what's going on?"
That's parkour master Wolfman. right there.
Parkour.
So at least they got the
That's the
lore
highlight.
correct in the game. They really stuck to their guns on that one. The Bride of Frankenstein has like a laser cannon with like electricity.
I'm sorry, what?
There's a lot going on. It was really funny. Yeah, I have no desire to touch this game.
I like how it's how we like steadily amp up. Wolfman gets a jump. Dracula turns into a bat for a couple seconds. Bride, giant laser cannon.
Again, this is my interpretation of the gameplay footage. So maybe they have amazing powers. I don't know.
Her power is gun.
Yeah, maybe her power is fucking gun.
Dude, they need to give the Universal Monsters a run in Dead by Daylight or something.
Also, not for nothing, Invisible Man was in his outfit with the bandages and the robe, and he has like a normal gun and is just running around laughing. Why aren't you invisible?
What?
Like, what the heck? Isn't that the point of doing that?
I want a dedicated Universal Monsters game, like what Friday the 13th was.
Dude.
Okay, but
Oh my
the Friday the 13th, I don't. Okay, I want a Universal Monsters game, but I don't want it to be like a multiplayer based thing because there's way too many of those.
Yeah, that's true.
They always just end
There
up
was
failing.
one of what you're talking about, Universal Monsters Online, and I was like, "Wow, that's
What?
interesting." And I looked up footage, and it's a League ripoff, and it's like, "Oh,
I mean, you can still get the Mummy demastered.
yeah, I heard that's
Oh,
good."
dude, I played that game. It was really really good.
I
No,
heard it's a lot
that's
better than the
good game.
movie.
It is. It really is. It's a Metroidvania. So if you like things like Metroid, and
Oh,
then
okay, yeah,
Castlevania
it's one of
Symphony
those.
and
I like Castlevania, but I have never finished a game. I just run around. I started Bloodstained. I never finished that either.
Well, this is welcome to the gaming section of the
Yes.
Universal
Yeah, I
Monsters
know,
podcast.
right? But yeah, no, there should. I want a Universal Monsters video game that's just completely dedicated to them.
Me too,
I think that'd
me
be
too.
amazing.
When I was a kid, I vaguely remember playing Van Helsing PS2 when that was.
Oh
a thing.
God, I never played that.
I barely remember any parts of that, but I know you're running through like the woods and stuff, and I don't know. Maybe it's more interesting on replay. Maybe it's worse.
As a kid, I always thought 2010's Wolfman would have made an amazing third-person action game.
I mean, when it
Awesome.
comes to Universal movies from that era, King Kong had an amazing video game.
So King Kong is one of those games that like you make a game about the monster, but you play as the guy. I don't give a fuck about the guy. Like,
You play as both.
you do?
Well,
Okay, I
you
never
have
got
to
that far.
say-
I played only as the guy, and I got tired of it, and I threw the controller away.
I like the guy part because it's like a fun survival game. I love that Peter Jackson was like, here, you A-list actors, you get to do voice acting in a video game. So you get Adrian Brody going, we got 2 magazines on backup. And that's most of his dialogue.
With all that down, of course, from the hit amazing Universal Monster game that we all want, time to get to the title topic very quickly here, which is something that I have been preparing for a long time. I knew since the start of this show this is something I wanted to do.
This has been on the list.
On the list for way too long. I'm so glad it only took 13 episodes to get there. How would you defeat the Universal Monsters? Now, let me explain a little bit. We're each going to have separate plans, and the other 2 co-hosts will rank them in terms of hard pass, so like airtight logic, soft pass, where it's like plausible, or just fail, just flat out. So
Got it.
there are 3 scenarios for each monster. Scenario 1, you, as is, are put into the world of those movies with nothing but your knowledge. The monster you're hunting does not know you exist. Scenario 2, the monster is in the real world and not only knows who you are, but is actively hunting you. And then the bonus third one, which you can opt out of, but the cage match. Normal UFC rules apply. You can't bring anything with you, but you get 24 hours of prep time. So, a few of them you can opt out on for just the third one there. But the list up we have here, and forgive me, I sent the list to the chat. Wolfman wasn't on the list just on accident. Xander prepared anyway because it's his guy. Bruce did not prepare for the Wolfman. I might put him on the spot when the time comes.
I can try. Give me some thoughts.
If I can wing it. But in any case, we have Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, the Mummy Imhotep, the Mummy Karis, Invisible Man, and Creature in the Black Lagoon. Dracula is number 1. So I'll go with my 3 plans now. My plan for me being in their worlds, and I know they exist, and they don't know I exist, and I gotta hunt them. Easy. This one's easy. I walk into Castle Dracula during the daytime and stake him in the chest when he's sleeping. Done. The whole point of the book was them realizing that they could just do this.
Yes.
There's no brides. They're all sleeping. They're all out or, sleeping in their coffins or whatever. The sun's bright and shining. Maybe I have like a crucifix on my shirt in case there's any shaded areas. They just see it. They'd cower in fear. Walk up with a stake. See that Nosferatu dong. Done. Done.
That's like half my plan.
In fairness, I just to the Romanian village, I think the only reason why they didn't do that was because it probably took a day to travel to the castle to begin with. So by the time you get there, it'd be nighttime. That's hard pass.
Yeah, it's a hard pass.
Hell yeah. All right, so scenario number 2. The monster's in the real world and not only knows who I am, but is actively hunting me. All right. I grab a crucifix from my basement. I got some stuff in storage. Then take some holy water from the church down the street. When he shows up, he's not invited in, so I just hold up the crucifix and he cowers like a little girl. Splash the man with the holy water and stake him through the chest. It's a little more convoluted, but it's going to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
A little basic, but you know what? I'll give it to you.
I'll give it a strong pass.
Woo! Got the hard pass on that one. All right.
It's hard to say hard pass for me because that makes it sound like I'm like, hard pass. Get away from here.
All right, I got one hard and one soft, which don't look too far into that verbiage.
No. No, you get the hard pass, but I'm going to give you... But I'm
it's an uncreative hard
creativity.
Pass.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, well,
Fair enough. Hey, I'm going for points. I'm not going for, some things I am going for. Bonus, I did not opt out of this one. I am going to try the cage match. I'm going to get a little creative here. This is all the creativity I didn't have with those couple plans. It's all in this one. The human body is 70% water. I get a priest to bless the water in my body. The day comes, I enter the ring. Well, he does the, he blesses like holy water, like at this thing. He just does that little thing, says like a prayer or whatever. I've seen it happen. And the day comes, I'm in the ring, all blessed, and Dracula winces at the fact that I am 70% holy water. I kill him in any number of ways. I could spit on him. I could walk near him. Whatever. I'd beat him up. Done.
You know what? I'll give you that one for.
I'll give you the soft pass on that one.
I'll take a soft
pass.
I didn't.
Wait.
Woo!
So I do have a question though for you for the UFC fight. Is it just you in UFC fighter gloves and like trunks, or is Bela Lugosi also wearing UFC fighter?
I said that standard rules for UFC apply, but I have imagined them all in their normal getup. Maybe they have their getup and then there's just gloves like taped on. So like Wolfman has like gloves over his claws. You like just clear through.
Cool. He's like a Hitmonchan.
I'm just imagining freaking Dracula completely like in his like normal gear and then gloves.
Normal UFC rules apply. However, if the monsters do savagely kill you, that's fair. They're monsters. You can't, you have to follow the rules.
Got it. Yeah, no, I understand.
So,
yeah, that's fair.
All right. Well, okay. I full cleared Dracula. Who wants Dracula next?
I'll go.
Oh, you know what? You go.
Yeah, I'll go. My plan for me in the movie world is basically your first plan, but I have redundancies in place where I make sure to stock up on stuff like garlic, crosses, make some makeshift steaks, make sure I have all that stuff just in case. And I also go, hey, Van Helsing, I know you exist. Maybe you might want to help me just in case.
Okay.
And then we go to Castle Dracula in daylight, stake him, And just to make sure, we follow all the rules, I chop his head off, stuff the mouth with garlic, and then burn the rest.
Oh, hard pass, man. Man, damn.
It's easy to hard pass Dracula, though, because the rules are so set.
Right. Yeah. It's only difficult for the people in the story of Dracula, but if you're the reader, you're like, oh, wait, he has like 100 weaknesses.
If it's book Dracula, I just have to make sure not to go at noon.
That's true. Otherwise, you're screwed.
But so I get hard pass from both?
Hard pass.
So my real world one is also similar with a few personal wrinkles. So I make sure Dracula's not invited into my house. Mm-hmm. But I smear every doorway and window with garlic. I draw crosses on all the windows and all the door frames. Ooh. And then I basically what I do, because I already own a bow. So I go up to like a highly placed window, watch for him to come up, and just try and get him in the heart.
And then arrow, because it counts as a wooden stake. That's funny.
It works. It's canon in Dracula's Daughter. Now, you can't really rely on my aim, but this is a fictional scenario.
Maybe you spend years training. It's plausible.
And so, cage match, I did this one. This also involves garlic.
You didn't opt out of this. All right, cool.
Yes, I didn't opt out of any of them.
Oh, you didn't opt out of any of them?
Some of them some of them I got a little lazy with, and we'll see how much sense they make.
Sure.
But with this one, I'm like, all right, I can't bring anything into the cage, but I'm gonna get garlic. I'm gonna eat a shitload of it. I'm going to like rub it into my skin, and so I'm gonna go into that cage. I'm gonna be like breathing on him. I'm gonna be like flinging my sweat at him, so he can't touch me without fucking himself up in the process.
Okay. Yep. I mean,
the downside is you might just break out.
Yeah,
really bad the next day.
I feel like it's implied in the rules, if you sustain damage but also defeat him, you win. So,
true.
If he attacks you and then gets garlics, he's fucked.
If he tries to drink my garlic blood and he dies.
Garlic blood.
Garlic.
What are you, Italian?
No, I'm Polish.
I'll give you a soft pass on the cage match because there's a few things that could go wrong there.
I feel like the cage matches are mostly going to be soft passes or fails.
That's fair.
I did one for all the cage matches, but it was kind of hard because I was like, okay, but there's like I can't bring anything in, so there's not like a law I can like do with some.
Otherwise, you could just like buy a gun and walk in there, and you probably beat all of them.
Well, no, I just mean it's like okay, well, it's a fist to fist, so it's kind of like all right, what do we got? Sure. Okay.
Damn, you guys didn't fold any of your cage match. Oh, but you didn't do Wolfman, so I don't know if you would fold that one.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I have no idea what I would do with Wolfman because I can't bring anything in.
Exactly, that's the whole thing. All right.
I got a couple of these. Okay.
Yeah, hit us with Dracula logic. Let's get it.
All right, so I'm gonna pivot my first one just a little, just to make it a little bit more interesting for the audience, and say that I'm in the first movie and that he's already made it to Carfax Abbey. So I'm gonna do some little scoping, some hunting out. I'm gonna figure out where that coffin is in Carfax Abbey, and then during the daytime, I'm gonna, bam, just gonna stake him.
So you're not even waiting for him to go to sleep. You're just
not even waiting.
Up.
Well, no. I'll wait for him to go to sleep, but it'll be daytime. I'm scoping out. I'll follow him. He walks around and stuff. I'll see him kill someone. I'll just be like, all right, what do we got going on here? And then during the day, I'll just commit a couple crimes of breaking and entering, and bam.
I mean, you can go to jail and you can even almost die as long as you get him down.
Hey, Van Helsing had a good lawyer. I can get a good lawyer too.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Now the next one, I'm going off of Bela Lugosi's Dracula. So like he can't teleport, he ain't that fast and stuff. And I'm also going off the fact that you specifically said he's actively hunting me down. Mm-hmm. So with that said, I'm gonna get myself a UV flashlight to help me survive the night. But I'm stealing a fast car and I'm luring him far away from his coffin to the entire night until we get out into the fucking boonies and the sunlight comes, and I mean he's after me, he's hunting me relentlessly, and then that beam of light comes and he goes, oh fuck, and then the bastard fries.
Notice none of us tried the Nosferatu strategy.
well that's Orlok. That's not
true.
That's true.
I mean, if Orlok said, I gotta bounce on it.
I accept Orlok into my ass. I mean, life.
Yeah. Okay, so do I pass?
I'll give you hard pass for the first, soft pass for the second. I feel like some things can go wrong with that plan there.
Same.
But it's plausible. Absolutely.
Because I mean, he could be smart enough that he could just be like, "Yeah, I'm not going to chase you."
What's your cage bet? 'Cause you said you didn't opt out of any of them.
Okay. I didn't. So cage fetch. All right. So I'm gonna go to the best local Italian place. Gonna have an amazing garlic based meal. Gonna get that garlic bread. Gonna get that. You know, they're gonna like, you want extra garlic on that? I'm gonna be like, yes, please, give me it. So I'm gonna fuel up on that. Then I'm gonna get myself a cross necklace to wear, cause I'm pretty sure it'll like wear. Like, I've seen some. Am I wrong? Like, I think some UFC fighters.
I don't think you could wear jewelry or necklaces in there. No.
Okay, never mind. Scratch that then. Bigger thing that matters. Right before I enter that match, I'm having a priest throw an entire gallon of holy water over my body.
Just dump it.
I'm soaked, head to toe. And then I just jump on him, and you know, he'll start burning.
That's so funny. So you've combined our two plans.
So I do have a question. In UFC, do you have like a guy at like ringside with like a bucket, like in boxing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you then have him have holy water in the bucket. He like
you only get that guy after the first round. You want to go with the
true.
That's true. That's why I gotta douse myself. So you just run and tackle.
Another thing too is you can't bring any jewelry or anything, but you're shirtless. You could just tattoo across your chest. You know,
I feel like I don't know, but then I have to be one of those assholes that has like a giant.
Yeah, you're winning the cage match against Dracula. Okay, who cares what your chest looks like?
I'm sorry for trying to be creative and fun with a UFC
you were very
cage
creative
match
and fun,
Dracula.
and I can't give you anything less than a hard pass because I have an almost identical plan. So hard pass.
Yes, hard pass.
I'm just saying, I tried to go out of the scope with all three of these, and you know what? The second one might be soft pass, but at least it's a fun answer.
Yep.
Yes.
No, that's fair enough.
So who are we doing next?
Well, Frankenstein's next on the docket, so I guess I'll kick
do
things
it.
off.
I really want to do Frankenstein. I like my solutions here.
So scenario number 1, in which I am in the world of the movies. Well, I work with a local mad scientist to do a brain transplant on the monster, which is something that every single scientist wants to do in those movies. So it's not going to be hard to get this to go. When the operation begins and the brain is removed, I kill the doctor. His brain's just never put back in.
Oh.
Okay.
Like, oh, I got the brain. Thanks. Trash.
I could see that going wrong, but soft pass.
I mean, if you watch the House movies, there's a lot of opportunities to just shoot the guy in the head. I'm just saying.
You know what? No, I'll give you a hard pass. That's fair.
And scenario number 2 is in which they're in the real world hunting me actively. This is dumb easy. I buy a flamethrower and burn him alive. This is easy. He's just going to come to my house. He's afraid of fire. I just... Done.
Yeah, that's soft pass.
Hard pass.
Hardest pass possible. 3, I had written down that I opt out. I fold. I can't think of a 24-hour plan to beat Frankenstein in the ring. If it's just because in those movies he's like dumb strong, right? He can like throw like furniture at you with like one hand. So like, what am I gonna do in 24 hours? I got nothing.
That's a fail. But so my Frankenstein, I actually have 2 alternate solutions to movie world because. If it's so first off, I set it up by first thing I do is I get Frankenstein's notes because that has the means to kill him in it.
Okay.
They establish that in all the movies. They just never go through with it because the scientists are fucking idiots. I get that. I get a team of expert trackers together so I can find where the creature is, the monster is, I should say. Shoot with enough tranquilizers to knock him down, get a strong cage that he can't break out of immediately. Here's where it differs. If it's the original Boris Karloff Frankenstein and he's just not that bad of a dude, I'm just going to sit down and go, hey, here's some bread, here's some cigarettes, let's make peace.
Aw, that's so nice.
Damn.
That's fair. That counts as defeating him. He's not an active threat.
Pass?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Hard pass for that one.
Pass.
I'd say, now if it's the evil Frankenstein monster who has Igor's brain, I make sure he's kept under, and I make sure that the scientist actually does kill him with the notes. Change the polls or whatever he does. And just say, don't say like, you motherfucker, I've got a gun on you. Don't fucking pull up Meets the Wolfman on me.
Guns aimed at mad scientists is a recurring theme in this challenge. All right.
And so real world. I just flat out assume it's the evil version if he's actively hunting me down.
Sure. Yep.
So he's going to chase me, but he's slow. He's plodding. I run away from him, get him to walk into like a trap, like a deadfall or like a snare or something, tranquilize him like before. This dude's fucking hard to kill. So my plan is chop his head off, have that thrown into the deepest part of the ocean. If his body is still moving, chop that into bits, bury them in different places.
Damn.
Ooh, now
God damn.
Braveheart
Okay.
him. Braveheart him.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, I will say that I forget which sequel. I think it was Ghost, but one of them says that the only way to defeat him is to dismantle all of his body parts again.
Yeah.
So, you're on track with that. So, yeah, hard pass.
Wow.
Fuck it.
Okay, yeah, hard pass, man. Jeez.
And how's your UFC match, huh?
So my cage match, I'm like, this guy's wicked strong. I don't know if I can do it. The only strategy I could think of is do the Rocky 3 rope-a-dope, where because he's slow and plodding, I just run around him and make him tired. Because the monster isn't able to just... I mean, he isn't able to keep on going. Like, he does get tired in these movies from time to time. And, like, he gets knocked out and stuff like that. So I'm assuming eventually he'd just get tired and fall over.
So you're going to spend those 24 hours on the goddamn treadmill getting your cardio up.
Yes.
Just to run circles around that guy.
And run in, boom, punch him every now and then back away. Boom.
And before the match, you have, like, a big pasta meal, get all your carbs,
Yeah, just Mr. T the fuck out of him.
Get him. Hell yeah. You know what? I can't give you a hard pass. So a soft pass. You know what? That could actually... That's a great plan. That's better than my lack of plan.
I feel upset because you totally just stole my ideas. Now I'm just gonna sound like a coffee Joe. Damn it.
All right, Xander, time for some original, fresh ideas.
Fuck. Okay, well, you know what? So for the movie, I'm gonna find me some booze and some cigars, and when he comes at me and he sees me, I'm gonna say like, "Let's have a good time, my guy."
Wow.
Got some smoke, got some drink, and
Brad Good.
we're gonna. We're gonna be some friends. I mean, honestly, he's gonna like crash through that door, and I'm gonna be smoking a cigar, some drink, and I'm like, take a seat, enjoy it, and then he'll just be like, hell yeah, let's do this.
I'm gonna Control C Bruce's hard pass and Control V to you.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah, and you know what? If I have to kill him, then I lure him into a house and then I burn the house down. So yeah.
Oh, that is his weakness in like all of them.
Yeah,
so that's fair.
But I didn't want to have to kill him. I wanted to, I'm like, well, the monster's a cool goo. I don't need to kill him.
It's so much his weakness they even use the same scene of it in multiple films.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
And they even specify in the script when they use stock footage.
Okay. So if he's in my world, so I'm grabbing one of those Beats or those giant like portable speakers, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'm just gonna, cause he's coming after me, so I'm just gonna keep changing music until one song hits him and he's just vibing to it and everything. And then I'm gonna grab some edibles. I'm gonna have him take one, and then me and him are just gonna get high and become friends. So. We're going.
That's
pretty easy. Can't the only thing he'll be attacking is the food when he gets the munchies, and that's it.
Oh,
so.
What a guy! All right.
Yeah. And if I still have to kill him, I'm gonna face him down at a gas station, and I'm gonna run my credit card, douse his body in gasoline, and then set him and the gas station ablaze.
Okay, there you go.
I'd like to see him survive after that.
That's elaborate and creative enough.
I certainly hope the owner is insured.
Hey, we didn't talk about the aftermath. We just talked about killing them.
I'll throw you another hard pass on that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Now, how do you beat him up, Xander?
Yeah, I'm gonna play the long game. I'm gonna Jake Paul his ass. So I'm just gonna give him a few pops here and there, and he gets tired out in that first movie. So I'm gonna juke, jive, let him run into that cage a few times because he'll probably try to tackle me. I'll just go boom, and at some point he'll tire out, and then I'll give him the old 1, 2, 3.
The trouble with both of your boxing plans, which is why I ended up opting out, is that like even if you guys hit him in the head, he's got the Frankenstein head. That thing's gonna break your. You got gloves, but like I don't know if that's really gonna hurt him much.
Hit that jaw.
Hit the jaw. Hit the Franken jaw.
It's a decomposed jaw. Yeah,
It's a dead guy's
bam,
jaw.
bam.
That's fair.
It's a dead guy's jaw.
Right.
You know what? Fine. You know what? I'll try to pull his hands off. You know, there's stitches. They're only stitched on,
Dismember
okay?
him in the fight.
Freaking, yeah.
I don't think there's a UFC rule against dismemberment of your opponent.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if their arm falls off, that's on them. They should have had a stronger arm, I guess. So, you know.
I don't feel like Dr. Frankenstein sewed it on that well. I mean, you know, I'm sure I can rip it off.
He sewed it on well enough for him to use it. I don't know. You get the soft pass out of me, all right? So
Hell yeah.
that's really funny.
Yeah, soft pass.
Soft pass.
It's creative.
It's very creative.
So
Thank you.
Imhotep next.
Yeah, we'll do Wolfman last. So Imhotep.
I
Mummy.
assume this was original Imhotep.
Yeah, this is from the first movie.
Yeah.
Because
that's what I was
I couldn't
thinking.
fight remake Imhotep. That's
Oh God,
that's
no! You're dead.
Dude.
He's a wall of water. You're dead. There's nothing you can do.
I don't have Brendan Fraser luck.
Imhotep the Mummy from 1932, Boris Karloff, or 35, I don't remember. If I'm in the world of the movies, I hire a woman to tell him that she's his reincarnated wife that he's always looking for.
Okay.
So while he leaves to pursue her, I sneak into the temple and burn the scroll.
Hey.
That's how you stop him.
Oh, there we go.
You got to burn that scroll. It's the one way you got to do it, right?
I'll give that a hard pass.
Well, thank you. If he is in the real world, this one's a lot harder. There's no scroll. I buy a pacemaker, and when he tries his heart attack powers, I resuscitate myself, or I have someone else do it. Maybe I coordinate. And my advantage is that he's super slow. So if I can rush him in between heart attacks, I can clock Boris Karloff on the side of the head. No Frankenhead this time. So from there, it's over, right? I just tie him up and throw him into the fire pit in my backyard. He's just a bunch of wrappings. If it is the cage match, I did not opt out of this one.
Oh, good.
So I went back to 1932's The Mummy and timed how long it takes him to hold out his hand and mutter the heart attack curse before it takes effect. It takes 13 seconds. I'm sorry, but I'm clearing that ring in less than 13 seconds. I deck him. He's done.
Soft pass.
Soft pass.
Hell
I'll
yes.
give you a soft pass.
It's the one thing he can use to stop me. Everything else I could just thwart very easily.
So mine, my movie world version is a little more elaborate. So first off, I go to Edward Van Sloan's character, get one of those ISIS amulets off him that essentially works like a cross on Dracula. Wear that so he can't heart attack me. Ooh. Then I make sure I incapacitate his manservant so he can't sneak up on me. Basically, because he can't heart attack me, I just rush him, and he's not in particularly good physical shape. He leaves fucking dusty handprints everywhere, so I could probably just break him to pieces.
That's what I'm saying. If it weren't for the heart attacks, this is actually the easiest one.
Yeah, I wasn't really actually sure about Imhotep because I was like, okay, well, is he... Because he kind of like looked like a solid guy at the end, so I wasn't really sure.
I mean, he's not literally made of
not.
dust, but like he doesn't look like he's in.
But I mean, he has that whole
standing.
thing. He has that whole thing where he doesn't want to be touched, which
Yeah.
presumably means you would realize pretty quickly if you touched his skin. So okay, real world. This one is a little less thought out. Basically, what I would do is if he's chasing me, once again, get ISIS. I lure him into a room, surround him with ISISes, and then shove him into a coffin, seal it shut, and bury it.
Okay. So that plan will work if you don't get heart attacked first.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I'll give you a soft pass because it's plausible.
Yeah, that was a hard one to think of in terms of real world rules.
It's not easy, yeah.
It's so my cage match, once again, ISIS, this time I have it drawn on me, and then I just beat his ass.
That's pretty funny. That's not bad. That's not bad. You found
Soft
the other
pass.
weakness. Yeah, soft pass.
First off, I'm gonna run over, collect that necklace, that the ISIS necklace, and then I'm gonna grab the girl who I don't know her name, but she's
Helen.
the one who's the Helen. I'm gonna grab Helen, hold her at gunpoint as hostage, and I'm like, give me the scroll or she dies. So he's gonna give me the scroll, and then I'm gonna burn the scroll, and then we're good.
Simple and effective, hard pass.
Hell yeah, there you go. That's not bad.
In the real world, I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to try with all of these to like do something different enough with each one, so that it wasn't just the same thing. No offense to you, Kermit.
No, that's fine.
I just wanted to try. I just wanted to try for myself. The only thing I could think of is like grabbing an assault rifle and kill him. I don't know. I mean, no one said the guns couldn't take down Imhotep.
I mean, you don't necessarily know what day he's gonna show up at your house. Like you're just out there with an assault rifle.
Oh, okay. But you guys get to know what day Dracula showed up.
No, he's at my house. He can't come in.
No, I wait for him to show up. Boom.
All right. Well, you know what? Fine. Barring that, I'm just gonna run him over with my car. Okay. I mean, what's he gonna do?
Xander's asleep in his car. He gets like the Alexa notification, like, "Oh shit!" All right.
I'm just saying. You know what? Even if he does the heart attack thing, if I'm running straight at him with my car,
You got 13 seconds.
Even if I die, I'm going. Yeah, I got 13 seconds, and my foot will still be on the pedal if I have a heart attack. So he's dying either way.
You drop the brick while you're getting heart attacked. You know the car's still going. You know what? Soft pass. I like them both.
Thank you.
Yes,
Okay. The only notes that I had for the UFC fight was I could take this fucker on in a fist fight.
You know,
his old mummy.
I would have brought up the heart attack, but I did the same 13-second.
Yeah,
logic,
exactly.
So I can't possibly fault you.
Exactly.
All right.
So we're good. We're good.
So real quick, let's move on to Karis and then quickly move off of Karis. I'm not going to verbalize these plans. I'm just going to put them on screen for the audience. And for you guys, I'll put them right in the chat. These are all 3 of my plans. Please observe them. And I'll take my hard passes.
Okay. Hold on. Wait.
Are we good to... Can I get the hard pass now or later?
Yes.
For all
hard
3?
Wait, hold on.
Got it. Just checking. All right. So who's next?
What? Wait, what?
Karis is such a bitch. I'm taking him
What?
down.
Oh my god.
He's the worst of both worlds because he has no heart attack powers and he's even slower than Boris Karloff's mummy.
So I actually overachieved.
I love Karis the Mummy, actually, so I take offense to this.
Oh no. Okay.
No, you know what? You know what? No, you fail on all 3 of these.
How? How
Fail
do I
on
fail
all 3.
of these?
You flatten this guy.
I fucking flatten this guy.
That's what you do.
Yes,
that's
you put
what
me
you
in a
do.
cage back
Really?
with this guy's going down. I don't even have to worry. If I'm in the real world, right? If he's coming to my house, I don't even have to do anything. I can just wait for him. Oh, somebody broke into my house. Where's the bat? He's done.
You know, my man's gonna sneak up behind you and give you the old 1-2
in my house? He broke into it. I think I know where the break-in is.
I'm
not
just
quiet.
saying.
Okay.
Pass.
I want my fucking
Soft pass, because there's not really
fail
plans
on all
here.
All right, I'll take soft.
Fail on all of them. There was no plan. There was no
That's
plan
the best
here.
plan
Fail
ever.
on all.
Okay, let's move on.
All right, fine, whatever.
Okay.
God damn it.
Okay, so I actually did plan. So my movie world plan is he's slow, so I can just run away from him.
Yep.
So while I'm doing that, I find the priests of Karnak. I shoot all of them in the head so that they can't bring him back, and then I light Karis on fire and make sure he's burned to ash.
All right.
You better make sure he's dead.
Yeah. Not that it matters. He can still come back. This is universal rules. Real world is I got a posse of rednecks with shotguns together, say, hey, this dude's chasing me, lure him into an ambush, and they blow him to bits.
I can't even say that's like a stereotype. That's the plot of all those.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
And make sure he's blown to bits so he can't be resurrected with fucking tea.
Until the next one for no reason.
Cage match, rope-a-dope again because he's slow as shit, and I'm pretty sure if I punch him, he'll fall apart.
Yeah, you're damn right. That's why I need the hard pass for that one too, but...
I like how I'm the only one who looked at Karis and said, fuck, I'm dead, man.
You're dead on Karis? Are you like 30 pounds?
For the UFC fight, I don't know. This man is like strong when he gets those Tana leaves. Like he drinks all of them. You're
now,
fucked.
if it was the Christopher Lee Karis, I just fold on all.
Oh
of
yeah,
them.
that's different. He's got dumb powers, but like the classic one has like stuck in Heisman Trophy pose where he's just doing this.
I guess for me, I just kind of assumed that like suspension of disbelief. Like assume. Anyways, here's my plans.
And I'm not a woman, so he's not going to use his other arm on me.
Oh, damn, that's true. Okay, so here's my plan. So for the movie, I'm going to find the Tana leaf stash, and I'm just going to burn it all to the ground. And then I'm just going to wait for him to get dormant, because, you know, he needs the Tana leaves to be able to move around and stuff. So once he turns dormant, I'm just going to grab an axe and chop his body up, and then, you know, we're done. Mm-hmm. Chop his body up in little pieces.
Okay.
We're good.
Hard pass.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Fuck it.
Now for the real war, I'm going to make a fake Tana leaf concoction and be like, oh, here are some Tana leaves. Oh, we got it. And then when he comes over, I'm going to spring the trap and he'll fall into the hole that I made beforehand. And then I'm going to pour gasoline on him and then I'm going to light him ablaze in the hole.
All
right. I buy it.
I buy it. Can't go
Hard
wrong.
pass.
Xander, you have some great plans there, but I got to give fails to all of them because I'm petty.
Oh,
I'm
fuck
kidding,
you.
I'm kidding.
Okay. wait, you can give me a fail in the UFC fight. 'Cause I literally thought, like, okay, this guy's strong as fuck. I'm kind of fucked. But you know what? I'll try to grab his bandages and just like unravel him. Because I mean, what would
Squad
happen
style.
if I unraveled him?
So
yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I know you're expecting a fail, but hardest of possible path.
Yeah,
This guy is going down.
That's a pass doing the Rudy approach from Monster Squad.
You could probably like pee on him and he'd probably just crumple. Like that'd probably break UFC rules. You can't actually do that. But
He'd probably
I want to give him more respect than that.
Let's be honest. Karis would probably try and drink the pee.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, I could rejuvenate. All right. Well, with Karis down where he belongs in the dirt, that's least favorite one. The Invisible Man, classic.
Oh wait. Can I want to go first on this one. I'm sorry.
Sure. Why
I'm so
not?
Proud of it.
Go ahead.
Okay. So this is super easy. I'm gonna befriend him and pledge my loyalty to him. I mean that's all I have to do because he always needs an assistant. I'm just gonna be like, I'll be your assistant, and then bam, I'm rich and you know he rules the world. I'm fine. But if you guys actually want me to kill him, fine. Unfortunately, I'll kill Jack Griffith. I'll just wait to gain his trust, and then one night when he's asleep, I'm just gonna stab him a la Julius Caesar style.
I don't. Your plan is almost a hard pass, but like I feel like he's more treacherous than you are, and I feel like your life is more in danger than his is at a certain point.
You see, that's why I said I just want to be his friend, but you know, I didn't know if I was allowed to.
You want to be his Renfield.
I want to be. Yeah, I guess his. Well, no, not his
Renfield, but you don't have a shit life.
I want to be his Kemp, but I actually see the benefits to being his friend. So you know, there we go.
Fair enough. I'll
just
give
saying.
it a soft pass because I think there's a good chance you're gonna die. It's like a coin flip, really.
Okay. Now, for the real world, this is where it's fun. Okay, so I'm going to get into a room with one entrance, one single doorway, and then I'm going to grab tons of glass and shatter it across the room floor, just so it's covered in shattered glass. And then I'm just going to shoot and stab him once he starts screaming in pain from stepping on the glass.
All right, hard pass. Cage match.
Yeah, let's get it.
Okay.
Let's get it.
You know what? He's just a man. Eventually, I'll get a punch in somewhere.
Soft pass.
At some point, he has to punch me. Listen, he's invisible, but at some point, he's got to punch me. And when he does that, you know, if Abbott and Costello could do it, I can do it.
That's good logic. If they can, why can't you? You know what? Soft pass on that one too. That's
all right. So should I go next?
Yeah, why not?
Or anyone can go next. I really wanted to be able to just in case anyone had the same ideas as me.
All right, one of mine is a little bit similar to one of yours, but I have multiple steps. But my movie world plan is you know I get into the world of the Invisible Man. I start collecting reports of where he's been. I draw a radius, try to track down where he's hiding. I find where he's hiding. I wait for him to emerge since it takes place in winter. I look for his breath, and then I shoot him.
I hope you have really good eyes to find his breath in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a soft pass because it's very creative and very good, but there is a chance that you miss or he catches on to you. So.
Okay, my real world one is my favorite.
Okay.
I outfit the exterior of my house with thermal cameras so I can see him coming. And then I go into a room. I back myself into a corner. I scatter flour all over the floor so I can see where his footprints are when he gets close. I throw flour at him so I see where he is, and I just kick him in the balls.
Damn.
That's not bad. I can't say mine is not similar to that one, but did you opt out of the cage match, Bruce?
I guess hard pass.
Hard pass? Okay, so my cage match is I look at the mat, and I see if his feet are leaving impressions, and I aim my blows accordingly.
Hey, you know what? That's a lot more creative than me, so yeah.
While you're looking at the mat, you see the footprint, you get fucking uppercut.
Yeah.
Okay, soft pass then.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, that's one of the hardest ones to cage match.
It is.
It really is. He's tough, man.
Although, wait, if we're doing UFC rules, he has to wear the floating gloves. But hey, that's a whole other thing. I didn't think about that. Let's pretend he's fully invisible. All right, so I'm in the movie world, right? I buy a knife and a bucket from the local store.
Okay.
I break into his house, preferably stealthily, so he didn't know I did it, but it works anyway if it doesn't. And I dump dirt all over the floors. When I see his footprints, I rush him. Done.
Okay.
And let's say that he did, because if he doesn't know I did it, then I got him easy. But let's pretend that like, he knew that I broke into his house. Well, I'm in the middle of the room, like the big living room there, and there's dirt in every direction. So just kind of wait. Yeah, like a more elaborate version of the 2020 movie where she just waited.
Soft pass?
Yeah.
I'll give it a hard pass. I just thought it was funny that you had like this whole setup, and then the end was, and then I rush him.
I just rush him. I could do it. I mean, a lot of these Universal monsters are just a guy. But, like, I'm just...
He's just a man.
He's just a man, damn it. He's an invisible one. All right, plan 2. I swear I wrote this down before Bruce started speaking, but I have infrared cameras all around my house, and I'm not playing around.
See, this is why I needed to go first.
Exactly. My phone alerts me when somebody approaches. I run outside with a gun. I mean, like...
Right.
Or maybe I just open the window. Pop. It depends.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And my cage match, I did not, in fact, opt out of this one. I spend all day beforehand perfecting my roundhouse. At the start of the fight, I just start doing roundhouses over and over again. Unless he's crawling on the ground, I'm going to make contact at some point. And then, like Bruce said, once you find him, he's not exactly physically intimidating. Just get him.
I'll give you a soft pass because he could be crawling on the ground.
In case he is, in fact, UFC fighting on the ground.
Yeah, what if he does start UFC?
Well, then I guess my balls are punched. I don't know what to tell you. Creature and Wolfman next. We said we'd do Wolfman last, so Creature. I mean,
I'll lead Creature.
Let's let you lead Creature, man.
All right, so movie world. I get my expedition together. I get a shitload of dynamite. I go to the Black Lagoon. I do some preliminary dives to make sure he's swimming around and not in the cave, and I just chuck dynamite into the lagoon, knock him out, capture him.
So, are there dynamites?
Capture him, damn.
Are there dynamites in this world and time period that don't need a fuse?
You can dynamite fish with a fuse.
Well,
He doesn't know I'm coming.
No, like the water, like literally it won't,
It floats in the water.
Oh, the dynamite float. Well, wouldn't the water put the...
People do dynamite fishing?
Yeah, no, literally in Jaws. That was a whole part in Jaws.
Yeah.
Remember they
we're not thinking about Jaws
popped
for
the
it, yeah.
dynamite.
Good
yeah.
point. All right, yeah. Hard pass.
Hard pass?
Actually,
Gotcha.
another, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but maybe when you go looking for him, he finds you first and you're dead. That's all I can think of for being a problem.
I'm gonna give it a soft pass because that explosion, he could dodge it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, he does.
Depends on how much
chucking
dynamite.
it into the lake.
You buy a lot of dynamite.
Dynamite, that's what I said.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, and so real world, I don't got dynamite. But I did notice in the movie, he gets like a fish out of the water. He seems to have a hard time breathing.
Yeah.
So I just get him away from the water. He keeps chasing me. He starts to choke. I catch him in a snare.
Soft for the movie world, and I'd say hard for the real world. You fucking...
All right.
Yeah, hard. Yeah, soft on movie, hard on real. I mean, that's pretty simple.
All right, and so cage match this is another one where I just work on my agility. I keep out of the range of his claws, and I specifically punch him in the gills. Because that's how that's one way you can fend off a shark, is just jabbing it in the gills. So I just go jabbing him in the gills, and eventually he starts having trouble breathing again, and I win.
It's not bad. The gills are the big weakness there, so cool.
That's true.
Yeah, hard pass. Well, boxing match. What do you think, Xander? Soft or hard?
I'll give it a hard.
Okay,
That
then
was
I'll
really smart. I didn't
acquiesce
think
to
about
my
that.
good buddy Xander as well. I want to go next. So, Creature. Plan number 1. I'm in the movie world. I pollute the lagoon. I spend years dumping all oils and trash straight into that
God
one
damn.
specific lagoon and nowhere else. It becomes a landfill.
Oh my God.
It's a landfill, and it's no longer inhabitable. I win.
Oh my God.
This takes place over the course of like half a decade too. So like,
That's awful.
I'm an evil person polluting the environment, but only that one specific environment and nowhere
The
else.
real monster is you.
You gotta. It takes a monster to beat one, Xander. I don't know what to tell you.
Hard pass?
I'll take the most morbid hard pass of all time.
Hard pass. Holy fuck.
Woo! All right. So coming to my house. So because I'm just gonna wait here. In all these scenarios, I just wait for all of them. I don't actually go anywhere. My well. This is a true story. Currently has a lot of problems with the tap water it brings up. So we're earning money right now to replace the well with like a better one. We have a lot of clay. We have filters, you know. So in this brief period of time before it's fixed, I douse the creature. I remove all the filters that we have and douse him with water from my house hose full of dirt and clay. And when he tries to breathe with his gills, he dies from toxicity.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, hard pass.
Hard pass.
Hell yeah,
hard pass.
thank you. And wish me luck on getting that well. We got a boxing
good
match.
Good luck.
I did not opt out because, I don't know, I'm fucking fearless. He is fast in water and relatively clunky on land, so I think my best strategy is a half Nelson. So if I could just dodge one or both of the claws and get around him, I don't think he's possible because he's really stiff with the arms. He's not like bending. He's not that dexterous while on land. So I think I got him.
You know, I think I read too much of the Devil's League because I just kept thinking about your creature.
Oh, man.
Black's Lagoon.
Oh, that would tear me apart,
like, how the fuck
man.
do I fight this thing?
But no, that gets a pass.
See you next episode for how would you take down the entire Devil's League. Fun fact, you don't.
No,
You box none of them.
That would
The
take
answer is you don't.
that would take way too long.
Yeah, fair enough.
No.
But yeah, so that's my creature plans. I'm pretty proud of those. I think they're all relatively creative.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have two for the Mummy world. So the first one is I get a bunch of babes in bikinis and I bring them out to the lagoon and I blend in with them. Now you know the creature, he loves himself a good girl in a swimsuit, so he's gonna bring them, back to his cave, and then once that happens, I'm just gonna shoot him up a bunch of times. So
Okay.
Bam, bam, bam. And
Big
bam.
shot. Okay.
Yep. Barring that, I'm just gonna get a ton of that drug powder. I think it was like Novocaine or something like that. I can't remember what it was. And I'm just gonna fill the lagoon with that, and then I'm gonna rake his cave with explosives, because he's gonna go back to his cave once the lagoon gets powdered up, and then I'll just blow it.
You guys made fun of me for polluting this lagoon over years. You guys are blowing it up in one day. All right.
I blew up the cave. I didn't blow up the
Hey,
lagoon,
a cave is
so.
nature, all the same. Damn it.
Hey, dynamite fishing, I just killed a few fish.
A few fish.
Would it make you feel
What's
What's
a lagoon full of paralyzed fish?
Between friends.
Yeah,
exactly.
Would it make you feel any better if I ate what I killed? Not including the creature, obviously.
A little.
There we
A
go.
little. Damn it.
There we go. Hey, you know what? My first strategy was a lot more fun, so there you go. All right, so what do I get for both of those strategies?
Hard pass.
I'll take hard. Yeah. Let's do it.
Woo. Okay, cool.
I mean,
All right.
part of them involved making the creature hard, so.
I wanted to be silly. I don't know. Okay, so real life. I'm gonna spend a week camping in the desert. By the time he gets to me, he'll be dried up, and then he's an easy pickings. Then then I eat the creature.
The Aquaman approach.
Yeah. Can't go wrong.
And then I eat the creature because I'll just stab him and throw him over my campfire.
Hell yeah.
Good.
I would eat some creature, man. I would seriously eat some creature. That looks really too.
I would
really
love
good,
to try some creature.
Lean meat.
Alternate plan, find Sally Hawkins to distract him.
Now we're talking. Speaking of alternate plans, by the way, you get a fresh pass on that one. Bruce, what do you got?
Yeah. Oh, wait. The UFC fight I got.
Oh my God. You didn't opt out. I assumed you opted out. I'm so sorry.
I didn't. No, I didn't. You guys were so much more creative than me. I just was like, I'll play the long game. He'll tire out from lack of water eventually.
Okay,
So
we'll go for all 12 rounds with the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Rocky 3 again.
Yeah, I
Rocky
will.
3.
Yeah. I didn't hear no bell.
Hell yeah. All right. Well,
Prediction, pain.
I'll give you a soft pass because you're going to tire yourself out quite a bit.
Yeah,
doing that.
it's a soft
Yeah,
pass, but
that's
it's
fair.
a
That's fair. That's fair.
She's a pass.
All right, so Wolfman's next. Can I go first on Wolfman since this is my guy?
I'll go last because I'm still formulating.
All right. Okay, good point. I'll go in the middle.
Okay. All right. So, movie universe. Now, I'm at Lane Welly Village. And this is the first movie. So I locate Lawrence during the day, and I'm like, listen, I know you're a werewolf. I believe you. It's all okay. If the moon is rising that night, I take him to a jail cell, lock him up. Then, no matter what, I find some silver weapon, and then I give him a sweet, merciful death. Then I put his body in a coffin, and I cremate the body, and then I put the ashes in a box, and I bury the box.
That's a whole thing Damn.
Yeah, that's creative.
Xander's paranoia coming out in full front. Damn. Well, I
Hey,
can't.
man,
I
I'm
have to
doing
give
this
you a
for
hard pass
Talbot.
on that one. Jesus.
Thank you. All right. Now, real world. Obviously, he's probably already a werewolf if he's hunting me down, because I don't see why Talbot would try to kill me as a human.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm first gonna survive the night. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock myself in an enclosed closet or room, but the rest of the house I'm gonna fill with incense, smells, every incredibly scent engraced fragrant stuff that I can think of. That whole house is going to be filled with it. I'm going to turn on all the lights, put on loud music in every room, make blinking flashing lights, so that this freaking werewolf is just disoriented to the motherfucker. And I'm going to hide in the house, and you know, I'll have like maybe like a silver bat or something just in case he finds his way. And then in the next day, when Larry, you know, is passed out, wake up, then I tell him the same thing. Hey, I know you're a werewolf. Let's kill you and let's put you to rest, buddy.
Hell yeah. I like it.
Thank you.
And did you opt out?
No, I did not opt out.
It always makes me happy to hear those words.
Yeah. I mean, how many times can I say that okay. Listen, I'm just saying, I'll be able to say I got into a fight with a werewolf. Now, if I died to a werewolf. That's still badass. But if I still survive and I survive my wounds, I become a werewolf, which would also be badass. But anyways, what I'd actually do is I'm gonna go for the nose. I'm gonna bam punch him in the nose a bunch of times, because I think that's what you do with dogs.
That's interesting. I didn't think about this. Affects all of our fights. It has to be a fight during the full moon. So if he does in fact bite you, logic says you become a werewolf kind of soon. No?
No. If we're going off the 1941, Lawrence didn't become a werewolf the first night he got bit.
Oh, okay.
And in the original movie, it wasn't a full moon.
Sorry, I thought you got massively bailed out there, but no, you're fine.
Well, unless you want to talk 2025's Wolfman. I mean, I could take on 2025's Wolfman.
Yeah, but that took all night. You got one. Well, I guess the Logan Paul fight took all fucking night, so who knows?
Yeah, exactly. I just... I wouldn't even get bit, man. That thing's easy to kill.
Yeah.
Anyways. But yeah, I go for the nose, and I mean, he's going to jump in and crash into the cage walls a bunch, so, you know.
Okay. Soft pass, because decent chance he'll maul you a lot. So, you know.
But I still get to say I died by a werewolf.
That's pretty badass, nonetheless.
Yeah, true.
All right, I'll buy Bruce as much time as possible, because I
already have mine, kind of, but you go.
Okay, I mean, you want to go now? Totally fine.
Okay, I'll get mine out of the way because they're a little half-assed, but Wolfman Universe. Silver bullets are...
Like my half weren't.
But okay, Wolfman Universe. Silver bullets, plentiful. Go get some. Get in the highest window of Talbot Castle, wait for him to come as the night ends, to come home, to climb up into his window, shoot him.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
Real world, he's chasing me down. I get ahead of him. He's not terribly smart, so I get to the local jail. I put a mirror in one of the cells and stand across the hall, so he sees me in the cell, runs in, slam the door shut, like in House of Dracula, he's trapped.
Okay.
You know what?
Counts as defeating him.
I'm going to give you a hard pass, and you know what? I'm going to applaud you, because that was not half-assed. That was pretty creative.
For coming up with that over the course of like the past 5 or 10 minutes, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
You gave him the old Jurassic Park Velociraptor one, too. So
Yeah.
I like it.
And, okay, so the cage match is where I'm digging deep into Universal lore for this one, because
My
it's
man
kind
did
of
not
bullshit.
opt out. Yes.
It's kind of bullshit. What I do is I get my gloves, I get that fungus from House of Dracula, I knead it into the gloves, and I punch him in the head so hard it reshapes his skull and he turns back into Larry Talbot.
Oh, that's great.
So funny. Wait,
That's so
hold on. Is the
stupid,
cage
I have
match...
to give it a hard pass.
I assume the cage match was in a real world, not in the fictional House of Dracula.
Oh, yeah. That's
Shit.
true.
That was the best thing I could come up with.
Look, I didn't clarify that in the rules, so I have to give you a soft pass on that.
You know what?
That's
Give
my
him
own
a hard
fault.
pass just for the lore drop, the creativity, and for the fact that was hilarious.
So, Wolfman, I got my 3 plans. I'm glad we went last at this, because I got relatively creative plans all around. So, I'm in the world of the movies. I go to Talbot Manor during literally any other time of the month and punch Larry Talbot in the face. When he's down, I find the cane with the silver head and finish the job. Done. I commit murder. Yes, I'm going to super jail forever. But, I know when he's going to be a Wolfman.
But what do you do with the
Okay, so with the body...
Because moonlight can heal him.
So the silver cane, I beat him to death with it. I'm not going to get too graphic here, but there's not going to be a lot of stuff left to turn into a Wolfman here.
Oh, okay,
maybe break the head off the cane and stick it in his mouth when you bury him.
Yeah, and worst case, I even thought about I could break off the head of the cane, get a hammer, doing
stick
a chisel.
Stick it up his ass.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly where I was aiming.
Okay, why do we have to mutilate the poor cane? Okay, this is a finely piece of art.
So you don't care about Larry Talbot's body at all, but the cane.
Hey, Talbot wants to die, okay?
He does.
He's getting what he wants. I'm just saying, man.
Helping
why are
Larry
we breaking the cane off?
I'm a good guy here. I'm giving Larry Talbot his wish.
I can sell the cane to Dracula in time for Last Voyage.
Perfect timing on that. So
$15 for an old stick.
So that's the movie plan. If he's in the real world, obviously he's not going to attack me when he's a normal guy, obviously. So on the next full moon, Wolfman shows up at my house, and the rigged set of dynamite sends my entire house into pieces. But the secret is I've dumped my entire life savings into filling my house with silver objects. We're talking furniture, forks, coins. You can't take a step without clanking into something. It's just silver up the ass, literally in a minute. Because when that house blows up, Wolfman does not exist.
Damn, that Nicholas Hoult Nosferatu to popcorn bucket really came in clutch.
You're damn right. You know, it's like plastic and maybe wire.
No, I'm saying you sold it so you could buy all the silver.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what
that whole wall behind me, gone. Liquidate all my assets.
Yeah, it's so.
Sorry, guys. I can't record this show next month. I'm selling my microphone, too. Everything is just silver.
Pass. Hard pass.
Hard pass, yay! I went broke doing it. I hope I got a fucking hard pass.
Oh, you know what? I'll give you a hard pass.
Yay.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, and then the cage match.
Cage match.
Yeah, you're damn right I didn't opt out of this one. Let's assume he's a Wolfman. Otherwise, I'd flatten him. I grab a hold of his neck, which seems to work in literally every on-screen version where he fights somebody, and give him a little old strangle to do. I spend the 24 hours of prep along with hitting, the Rocky montage of getting stronger. I got the Frankenstein meets the Wolfman playing on every screen, right? And I'm taking notes. I'm like, okay, Frankenstein did this in that scene. Wolfman runs at him. Guess what Frankenstein did? He fucking grabbed him like that. It's usually a strangle, So Wolfman jumps at me. You just got to get the right timed strangle. That's it. And I'm all prepared for it.
I'll give you a soft pass.
I have an alternate solution for both real world and movie world.
Oh no!
Fill a vase with bits of silver, throw it at him.
That's true weakness.
Okay. A vase of bits of silver.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
I just like the give him the little chokaroo.
Little chokarooski, a chokadooski. So wait a minute. You guys didn't opt out of any of the fights, did you?
No.
And I only opted out of one. So,
yeah,
all right.
I ain't no coward.
All right, I'm going to fight Frankenstein. I'm going to do this.
Oh, my God. About time.
Let me cook with a plan. Give me 5 seconds. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay, I can't bring anything. All right, so I do the Rocky montage, 24 hours prep. I'm hitting those weights. Getting stronger. It's playing only that song, by the way. And after 24 hours of that song straight. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I feel like a 24-hour training montage is going to tire you out the next day.
Well, I sleep pretty well. Whatever a good trainer would do.
That's why you do it in the montage. Just compress it down to 2 minutes.
Oh, exactly. Time moves faster.
You're right. I'm sorry.
No, so I'm all prepped and ready. Frankenstein can't bend his elbows. So I repeat a similar Creature Black Lagoon tactic where if I can evade those big, long arms and get the half Nelson around him, he's dead, but he's still breathing. So if I could stop him from breathing, my man, he needs oxygen.
All right, fair enough.
All right, fair enough. Soft pass.
I'll give you a soft pass because in the original movie, he can bend his elbows.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, hey, I turned a opt out into a soft pass. I'll take that. And since we're at the end, I said in the chat that I could do Creeper and Ape Woman if you guys wanted, and we didn't end up doing that. But Ape Woman was super lazy. Creeper, I have 3 solid plans for. So
I feel like you really want to do
if you'll
Creeper
indulge me, I would like to share my Creeper plans here. So
I'll indulge you.
This is Rondo Hatton's The Creeper, which are, of course, the trilogy, which starts with The Pearl of Death, House of Horrors, and The Brute Man. There's a Brute Man poster for auction right now. I'm really debating dropping a couple $100. I really shouldn't. It has no value. Who cares about that movie?
You don't even like
love
the
Brute Man. You love the Brute Man.
It's fine. I don't know. I keep going back to it. It's interesting. It's a time capsule. But
I
anyway.
still find it funny that Universal's like, we don't want to release this movie and sold it off to somebody
They did.
else.
They burned that shit off so fast. But all right. So if I'm in the world of the movies and I got to stop Rondo Hatton's The Creeper, this is the most morbid plan that I have of all of them. When you have acromegaly, you usually don't make it past 50. In those movies, he's in his late 40s, so I just do nothing for like 5 years. I get a job, get an apartment,
Hard pass.
All right, yeah, hard pass.
I win by default. My opponent is unable to stop me. So if he's coming to my house, I hire a bodyguard. If he sees Rondo Hatton trespassing at my house, he's well within his rights to knock his lights out. And, of course, this is real Creeper. This is not my Creeper where he's got indestructible skin. So, yeah, that's working as a plan. And then the cage match. The Creeper on screen is immensely slow, and Rondo Hatton is not the pinnacle of fitness. So I do a combination of my other plans. I rush him, and I initially had in here that I did, like, another chokehold, but, like, I think I can just pop him. I think that's fine. And if his head is really that hard, like stiff, then I'll switch to the Nelson tactic. But he's slow.
Yeah. Fair enough, yeah.
I think I could beat the
Can
Creeper.
I wait 5 years in the cage for him to die?
On the 10,000th round, I finally win.
That was really interesting, Jake. Now, how do you beat Hoxton?
Oh, God. If you want to do a How Would You Defeat Trolls League, I will indulge you on that, but there's no cage matches.
I don't know if I
them.
want to, but...
There's no possible cage matches.
How would you beat the Scorpion Man?
Hoxton couldn't. You think you are? Oh, my God.
Hey, Hoxton did beat the Scorpion Man, I think. Right?
They sparred. He broke his claw, but it was a whole thing.
I don't know, man. Hoxton took down an entire
Isle
of Lost Souls, man. I don't think I can do it.
If you read Sigma's 5 Visitors.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying.
But all right. Yeah, so that's just about the end of the hypotheticals of defeating the Universal monsters. What do you think was like the best, like most airtight plan? And I would nominate all of our Dracula plans because even though he is objectively the strongest and most powerful one, that guy has too many weaknesses to count.
I'm actually going to say I think my Wolfman plan was the most airtight. Because Dracula, there's still, I mean, Wolfman's the only one who actually wants to die. So I feel like that's super...
I nominate polluting the Black Lagoon.
I'll take it. It's just dump every plastic and trash.
So dark, though, man.
You guys thought that was more morbid than me waiting for Rondo Hatton to expire.
Okay, but we can all agree that that just befriending the monster was probably the most wholesome plan. Right?
Very wholesome. Very wholesome.
Yeah,
Nobody else you did
wholesome.
that for. Just the one you knew you could. That was
Just
nice.
the one we knew we could.
Hell yeah.
And I have an honorable mention for me kicking the Invisible Man in the balls.
That's true.
Hell yeah. All right. And I gave you guys all the option to fold in the cage matches. Nobody did, so I had to unfold the one that I did, and I got a soft pass out of it. So that was pretty nice. So, guys, I got to thank you for another episode well done. This is, like an hour shorter than our typical runtime here.
That's fine.
Well,
by
this
me.
was I believe you said this is the anniversary episode,
This
right?
is, in fact, the 1-year anniversary of us starting this show. This is the 13th episode, so it's the start of the March month here. Just to look back, I mean, I guess you can answer this too, Xander, because you're on like at least half of them.
Yeah,
What are
I
your
know.
guys' favorite moments on this show?
Oh wow.
I didn't prepare that. I didn't ask you to write this ahead of time, so this is all off dome.
Just to get sentimental, I think it was when I gave my reasonings for why I liked Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, and I was able. And you guys were like, "Yeah, you know what? Good argument."
Yeah, that was mostly me being negative on it, and then you kind of.
I liked it.
That was really fun. Yeah, because
I
was like, this scene is shit, and then you're like, this is why this scene isn't shit, and I was like, you know what? I
Yeah.
never thought about that. I learned something that day. That was pretty good. On topic of that, I would say. No disrespect to you, Bruce. You're amazing. But the Xander and I episode about the Wolfman back and forth, whether or not... Wait, no, you were there for the Wolfman talk. You weren't there for the Werewolves Wolfman talk.
No, I wasn't. I shot
that
my
was just for
solo.
the trailer speculation. Yeah,
I would say the one that we were all there then, the one that it was the review of the Wolfman last episode, that was a really fun, because how long it went and how good
It
that
really
discussion
was,
was
yeah.
so good. Like, that was top tier stuff.
that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Honorable mention the Dwayne The Rock Johnson Wolfman movie we talked about for a bit. That was fun.
Yes. I liked naming all like the variations of all the other monsters that weren't Universal and ranking those. That was talking like best and worst.
That was really fun.
That was really fun.
That was great.
And yeah, my honorable mention would probably be us doing best and worst about all the remakes.
Yeah, you know what?
That
That'd
was
be my
good.
honorable mention too. That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun. One day we'll revisit it where you actually watch all of them, Xander.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm so sorry.
How dare you? Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. Well, Jake, let me actually ask you, as the creator of this podcast, how does it feel to make it to 1 year making this show as the Universal Monster one, the only one, the one with the name?
Yeah, honestly, I am really blown away by how fun this was to do. We do a lot of other stuff on hot quality content. We do like commentaries. We do like, we do the best and worst pictures podcast, and we're actually in the 80s finally. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This one is about a subject closest to my heart out of all of the stuff that we do on the channel. So like this is the passion project of mine, and I'm really glad that it was received well enough to keep doing this. Each episode averages like 100 views more if it's really successful. So that to me is like, wow, we got like at least some people out there are like really into this. So I'm pretty happy with that.
I don't know. I'm really glad I stumbled upon this on the Universal Monsters Reddit, and I'm incredibly grateful that you took me up on my took me up and let me guest star and let me keep coming back, because honestly, this is one of my highlights of every month. When I like to jump on this podcast with you guys. And
so
talk
good to
monsters.
hear. That's so good to fucking hear. Like, hell yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys for watching us, and catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.